On today's show, we're so excited to bring it to you again. I got my shirt back. I found it finally. God, I've been missing this thing. And we're so pumped to talk to you about lottery madness. It has been insane. Apparently somebody in South Carolina won $1.56 billion. Turns out to be about $800 million if you take the cash. We wanted to ask you what you would spend it on. I wanted to play a game called Could You Spend 100 Mil? We'll do that with Belly. We got Potz. We got everybody here. We've got daytime TV. Listicles, no thanks. Checking in with flights and the doctor. It's a jam-packed show, folks. So strap it on right here from TTR Studios.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladotti, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the Morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. Yes. All right, let's do the damn thing. I am sitting here joined by my co-hosts, my friends, and we've got our original intro back in business. Let's go! I'm so glad I had you muted, Potts. You want another go at that? You want to give the people what you just did in my ear?
Nope. It was timed perfectly originally.
It was timed wonderfully. Welcome to the show, everybody. Belly, Matt, LaBelle across the way. What's up, dude?
Hey, hey. Good to be here.
I got Matty Potts in the Santa Monica Newsroom Studio B. Hello, cuz. What's up, dude?
Greetings and salutations. That's me getting started. I'm so tired.
I love it. You guys are here. Your commitment is key. We're all struggling. And as per usual, this has been a tough fall here at TTR Studios. I'm going to the doctor today. Belly's going tomorrow. We finally made it a decision to take care of ourselves. I'm not going to do another take care of ourselves show because I feel like that's like pretty much all we do lately. But I'm not getting better. I mean, I feel better, but it's still there. And I finally had to make the decision, Potts. I'm going to the doctor and I might get a chest scan and it terrifies the shit out of me. I wanted to start there. Like, do you feel me on that? Like, is it getting scarier and scarier to go to the doctor as you get older?
Yeah, that's a good question, honestly. And I mean, I still go regularly because I do want that like reassurance that I'm okay. I'm literally so every time I go to the doctor, I'll be like, "So why are you here?" And my answer is because I want to make sure I'm not dying. And they always think that's so weird. I'm like, why else I'm coming for an annual checkup? I want to make sure I'm not dying.
Because
like,
I think
it's so funny.
I think most people are like Belly, which is opposite of that.
Well, typically, I don't go to the doctor too often, but I mean, I should go. I should go every year. I haven't gone in the last couple. Just
every year. I don't think I do yearly. My God,
you should do yearly.
Oh, an annual checkup. I absolutely do an annual checkup. Obviously, I just turned 40, so it's a lot more important now. But I've always done that.
Did we miss his birthday?
For that peace of mind.
Yeah, he turned.
When was his birthday? 40.
Yeah, that happened.
June 30th.
Yeah, June, man.
Did we do anything for his birthday on the show?
I feel like we talked about it.
Potts turned 40. Happy birthday, buddy!
June. I'll be 31 next week, so I'm going for my
November 8th.
I'm going for my 30,000-mile checkup in the. It's really just a checkup for me. I'm just gonna have them check a few other things since I'm there anyway.
You should just get blood work done and get a little up down. No big deal.
Yeah,
up down.
It's blood. When I called, I said I just want to come. I just want to come and do all the normal things people do when they go to the doctor. Blood work done, STD test.
But I think I'm going to have to do
the
chest scan. And
you're going for a reason.
I'm going for a reason. There's phlegm in my chest for like 6 weeks. And it's annoying the shit out of me. And I will come on the air and I will tell you something very true. This is a fun comedy show. I know that. You might have realized that I have not probably been my hey buddy kind of self lately, which Potts is probably thank God. Yeah, I know. But I think that's who I am, guys. You either like it or you don't. And I know you guys make fun of it, but I think that's part of my charm, I guess, or just what makes me me. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of.
Mommy says you're 1 in a million.
Yeah. On my first job application ever, I wrote in high school. I'll work. It said availability hours. I wrote Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I wrote under qualities. I just wrote charismatic. And my parents to this day just rip me a new one. They're like, yeah, 11 to 2 and charismatic. And I joke, I'm like, hey, that is kind of what I do now. I work 2 days a week and I'm paid for my personality. So shut it.
I would have loved to see the look on your parents' face when you came home all proud of yourself. And they're like, so how did it go, sweetie Snookums? You're like, great. I put I was charismatic. And I wrote that I worked till 2 p.m.
3 hours a day? What? That is like serious shit, guys. 15 hours a week. Hey, now.
What I want to know is
full college schedule.
That's what I want to know. So wait, your first job you didn't get until you were in college? Because I was going to say, were you in high school and then you said you could only work during school hours?
That was my first job application. And maybe it was weekends 11 to 2. Actually, you're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably weekends 11 to 2.
Yeah,
what a jerk.
What kind of student has an 11 to 2 free?
Yeah, not me.
My first job, I was 15, 16 years old working at Target.
Well, we could do first jobs. Hold on, let's do that. I want to do first jobs, but to stay on it, like, what I was going to say is you might have noticed. Let's write that down. That'd be good. First jobs. Everybody take a deep breath. What's going on in the social media lunch, Belly? What are we serving today?
What are we serving? Oh crap! I'm not ready for that.
You guys can throw me one every now and then. I want you guys to start throwing me random stuff that I have to think on my toes. I don't mind. I know I always do it to you guys.
In the social media lunch today, we're serving a cold case of flu shots.
Woo!
If you haven't had yours yet, we're serving them for free.
We should. Yeah, we should be giving out flu shots in the social media lounge. They do it at Ralph's grocery store for free. Yeah. No copay, guys.
But from the social media lounge, doctors suck though. They tell you you're okay when you're not sometimes, and that's their ego.
Well, we're going to see. Yeah, they have to be able to cure it. I like the guy, my new doctor. I've never really had, other than my childhood pediatrician, like I've never had like my doctor. Like it's always just been, because I pay for my own insurance and every year it changes sometimes.
Oh yeah, new doctors change all the time.
So it's like, I never had that, like, Potz, do you have that where you're like, that's my doctor, I have a relationship with this person? Right?
I couldn't even tell you my doctor's name, honestly. Well, now because I'm part of like Medi-Cal now or whatever. And so now it's part of a group, so I go and I just get whoever is available. It's really weird. You're right. The whole like day of knowing your doctor's name and your doctor knowing you by name, that's long gone, I think, for a majority of the people.
Hello, Mr. Carluccio. Welcome. That's good to see you. How's that blood count? It's like, nope.
Right. Or your parents. Like, no, I mean, that personal touch goes a long way. Unfortunately, it just doesn't really exist.
So I don't know if you guys know this about me. Belly's been coaching me up, trying to get me back into normal. I mean, we even had a little tiff yesterday. It's just, I feel like it's my fault. I'm sensitive. I'm not myself. I'm keep asking, is everybody okay? And it's probably because I don't have the confidence in myself, because in the back of my mind, I'm dealing with something that I haven't really told anybody, and it's fine. I'll just do it on air because I feel like you guys deserve to know.
Except for you, Mama Luch, earmuffs. Okay.
No. Mama Luch is fine. She knows this one. It sucks, man. Everybody has this story, so I'm not looking for pity or anything. It's just, I'm sure you guys can all relate. As we get a little bit older, you start getting into, I haven't had a lot of death. I haven't dealt with a lot of death in my life. My grandparents were, they passed, all of them passed by the time I was like 10. So it's not like
Grandma Millie passed away when you were, I don't even know how.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I remember her, your mom's mom. Yeah. Our parents. Yeah. Your mom and my dad's mom. Yeah, exactly. But what I'm getting at is my best friend growing up, lived like three houses down the street from me, and we went to college together. We still talk. He's part of the group that we're doing the group ski trip that I was talking about. And it just sucks, man, because his dad had a backache, and he's like the nicest. His dad is like the nicest, like most goofy, fun-loving person, always getting in trouble with the wife and then looking at us and going like this. Like he's like a 10-year-old who's married and actually is extremely responsible, but just a 10-year-old in an adult body. And if you could take one thing from him, I believe that I get a lot of my fun-loving personality and refusing to let the kid inside of me die because of him.
Can I just say before you go on, you're freaking me the fuck out right now because I have an ice pack on my back right now because I have a backache. So I am really nervous to see where this story fucking goes.
I have a backache that I'm worried is a hernia. So,
and I'm coughing for 6 weeks. I literally have
an ice pack on my back right now. I'm like leaning it against my chair.
We went to college together. He would be there visiting with my parents. My parents and him they both have beach houses like a mile from each other. They live a mile from each other, and then they both have beach houses in the Outer Banks a mile from each other. Like our families.
That's kind of the dream.
It's awesome. Dude, honestly. It's amazing. And like honestly, 2 weeks after they closed on the beach house, He had a backache. He went into the doctor, and he was dead with lung cancer within 2 months.
Jesus.
And it's devastating. It's been about a year, and I am terrified to go to the doctor, and this man has never smoked a thing in his life. So to take, we all love our Christmas trees, and it was just something that happened, and then it traveled from his lung into his bone, and
how old was he?
A little emotional, but
60s?
Yeah, it's hard. Maybe 65. They just bought their fucking retirement home, and it's like I haven't been myself lately because this is in the back of my head, and I'm sitting here going, Jesus Christ, I chop down Christmas trees like it's my job every day. I can't even stop while I'm dealing with this. Like, it's something that I rely on, and it's hard, man. It's hard to just pick up the phone and say, all right, let's go to the doctor. Let's get a chest scan.
It's hard,
let's see what's up.
Denial ain't going to get you anywhere, and that's I don't know the guy, but maybe he had that little nagging back pain for months.
It was a little bit. You're right.
Get worse.
Yeah, it was a little bit. He's the kind of guy that's like, no, it's okay. I'll keep pushing.
Yeah, and I understand that mentality because for me, I really don't personally like general physicians.
Yeah, probably.
I'd rather just skip. If I know what my problem is, I'd rather just skip the general physician and go right to the specialist.
Right.
But most specialists require fucking recommendations.
The referrals.
Referrals.
Yeah.
So it's one of those because I hate going to the general physician because I know I'm going. If I'm going for something like that, I know I'm going only to get a referral. And it takes so fucking long. And you have to pay a $50 copay. Yeah. Or whatever the hell it is.
That's why. It's just so everyone has their hand in the pot. Yeah. And it takes a month to get the one appointment. Then you go. Then it takes another month. Well, then sometimes you have to wait a couple weeks to get the referral in the mail. Yeah. Then you have to wait to another month to go to the other. I mean, I've went through this when we were doing fertility with my ex-wife. And, dude, that's why they're like, well, why did it take so? I'm like, dude, it took months just to go and get the referral and then get to go, knowing all I needed was a damn semen analysis test. It would take 2 months, plus you have to wait a month for the results.
So why can't I just do it in a cup right now and you send it off to a fucking lab? What the fuck is the problem with that?
That's true. It's so true. It's the whole system. And I know it is frustrating. I don't want to dwell on it, but I just wanted to explain why maybe I haven't felt like myself. I haven't felt like myself lately, and I think that's why it's in the back of my head. Belly's been an amazing friend just trying to say, dude, you got to take care of your head first, and obviously this is weighing on you. It's really hard to pick up the phone and just be like, okay, let's find out. But I mean, I'm the first one to say, if you have anything going on, we read a story the other day about a kid in college. He's 21 years old. He gets the flu, and 3 weeks later, he's dead. I have to listen to my own self and say, if you see something going on, you have to check it. You have to check it. You have to check it. I'm going. So with death, there is life, baby. Potz is on the way, and we are so pumped.
Nice
with that transition. You're welcome. Cha-ching! You are excited. We asked you in the pre-show, do you have a go bag ready?
I do not.
Come on, man.
I don't.
Let's go.
What does Potz need to go?
Well, here's what I wanted to do. In the social media lounge, can you please tell him what should go into his go bag? Just start piping him in. What should Potz put into his go bag? I already said he should have an edible.
I was going to put some keto-friendly chocolates for sure. That's probably my biggest issue is what's the hospital food going to be like? We're actually staying in a really dope hospital at UCLA in Santa Monica, but yeah, I mean, I need to have keto-friendly snacks ready to go.
Cedar Sinai? Cedar Sinai, or what is that called? Is that a drug rehab clinic?
Cedar Sinai, no, that's actually, don't even get me started because that's the closest hospital to where we live, and yet we drive all the way to frickin' Santa Monica because my baby mama is super bougie, and Cedars isn't good enough. I mean, it's good enough for fucking Beyonce, but it's not good enough for her. So we go to these baby appointments, and literally it's 2 hours round trip.
Well, listen, time out. Beyonce's got the frame to just pop them out left and right, okay? Your beautiful baby mama isn't built for this. She's 4'7". We need specialists here.
Yeah, she's a little bit nervous, but yeah.
And I say that with love. We're excited for it. So you're waiting now, or we don't know? It could come at any day?
Literally any minute.
So, let's put them on the hot seat. Is there anything? Are they piping in the go bag?
They do agree with an edible.
No, I think so. That's my biggest fear. Now, maybe you can just call me an addict, but are you telling me I just got to go and just sit in a hospital for 30 hours?
It could be, yeah. It could be that long.
I mean, I'm gonna need something. I can't sit still with nothing.
See, I'm down.
No, Luch can't be in the.
I can't smoke. I can't cut down a Christmas tree and sit down for 30 hours. There's no way I'm doing it without one.
These places are like suites, though, so I'm just gonna sit and watch TV. I can't wait. I mean, to me, it's like a vacation almost, like an excuse not to go to work.
First time Potts has like been able to actually just sit and breathe for the first time in like 9,
I'll
10
order some
months.
Postmates and just chill.
All right, what's Postmates for some of us who aren't out in LA?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what's Postmates?
Like, they don't have Postmates. It's like Uber Eats.
No.
Do you know what Postmates is?
No,
I never heard
Postmates.
Are you serious?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We have Uber Eats, we have DoorDash, but we don't have
DoorDash.
We do have bird scooters now in DC. We've got bird scooters going around like crazy. But what is Postmates?
It's the exact same thing as DoorDash.
Do we have DoorDash?
Uber Eats. We're actually signing up for Uber Eats today. Dude, they are crazy. They take 30% and have a $350 initiation fee.
Well,
so we're doing
go ahead.
a 4-week trial just to see, because I'm like, there's zero chance I'm doing that. And they're like, well, try it for 4 weeks for free. And I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. If it like, triples our business, then okay. But like, that is a lofty price. I'll tell you that.
Belly, do you think he is underestimating the amount of pressure and work he's going to have to do in the 30 hours that he's in the waiting room? I feel like he's seeing like it's a vacation, and I think we're going to get the after story from Potts. It's going to be like, oh, man, I thought I was going to be able to chill, but I got to be there for her, and like she needed ice chips, and then this doctor was getting all over, and I had to be like, hey, back out, buddy, like a 40-year-old virgin or knocked up or whatever it is. Like, Belly, you think he's ready for this?
Yeah, I think Potts is born ready.
Dude, fuck yeah, thanks.
Very well done.
Potts will handle any situation that comes up, which he will tell us about after the break.
Yeah, we're going to get all of that, and well, here's what we're going to do. Potts has a story. You want to do that next? Are we doing that next, Belly?
I think we should do it
I
next.
say we do it next.
I want to know.
Is there anything in his go bag? Other than an edible?
Nope.
No. Social media lounge. Let's go.
What
Pop it
does
off.
he need? If she's got it, she's got all the important things in her
Okay.
phone.
All right.
Toothbrush.
All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a break.
Get some baby wipes so you can wipe yourself down.
Yep, you're right.
We'll take a break.
But Potts always has baby wipes on him. I'm sorry. But Potts, we literally know this. He always has baby wipes on him. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
When we get
Clean
back,
ass.
we're going to find out what you should put. I'm going to think about something that I think we're overlooking, and then we'll get into Potts' story about the homeless man who stole his phone and a bite of his keto chocolate next. Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what the fuck am I going to eat today? I got the answer for you right here, folks. It's Marinate Restaurant. You marinateyourlife.com. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there. You're going to get yourself some sliders, some bowls, some soups, some tacos, whatever it is, because you know on Tuesdays, those tacos are buy one, get one free. So head over to the Brando store on the corner of Western and Melrose and get yourself some goddamn tacos. Let's go, baby. MarinateYourLife.com. Head over there today for the best food you've never had. Belly did some new music up here. This is Biker Street Blues. I'm digging it. I'm feeling it. We want to get a new feel for the show. Nice little tunes.
I got a couple songs I specifically put in there because I thought of Potts when I heard them. So.
I'm going to guess it was this one. This for Potts.
What is this?
I don't know.
Belly
I thought of you when the song came on.
Belly grabbed some new YouTube-friendly songs. What up, Social Media Lounge? They're coming in. They're piping him strong. Belly, what should he put in his go bag?
Deodorant. Change of underwear. Extra shit. Shirt.
Extra shirt, whatever. I'm all for it. I'm starting to think like a thing of Sudoku. Well, you got your phone. You got your phone for all that entertainment and all that. But what else, man? Like, yeah, maybe a couple like keto-friendly chocolate. You know they're not going to have keto diet-friendly food at the hospital, but I would rather hear about the homeless guy that tried to steal it from you. Potz, what the fuck?
So, being the good Samaritan that I am, we actually do get a lot of homeless people in the store in East Hollywood.
Seen it.
He just walked in. He was super, just dirty and worn down. And, he just looked at me and he goes, "I'm hungry." And I was dealing with a guest, a regular. She always comes in. And I could see out of the corner of my eye, she was like kind of taken aback. The guy was a bit jarring. He was really dirty, and you could see.
Have you fed him before? Or is this the first time?
No.
Okay.
So this was a new guy. Normally I know the guys. It's a good question. This was a totally new guy. And so I could see out of the corner of my eye, she was kind of like seeing how I was going to handle it. And
do you think she wanted you to give it to him or no? Do you think she wanted you to give it to him or no?
There's a problem with that.
There is a problem.
I think she. Yeah. Well, I do. I think she wanted to. I think she wanted me to see how I was going to handle the situation because most people would have been.
That's because Belly. That's a tough point. Like he's in a tough spot there. What do you think the public
handle a lot
wants?
of homeless people as well in the restaurant and the hotel lobby because. For those who don't know, typically a shelter is only open a certain amount of hours. They kick them out right in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it's a public place most times that it's used for a shelter in the evening times, especially during the winter. Here in Virginia, for those who aren't, or in colder climates, you're going to see this more often. They're going to use public spaces like hotel lobbies, public libraries, anywhere that can like house them while it's cold outside until that shelter reopens that evening.
But why should he or should he not feed that person?
When you give a little, they will come back for more.
Potz, take it away.
For sure. Yeah, no, he's absolutely right, and that's kind of the problem. But it's also when you have guests in the store, it's all about they want to see how you're going to handle the situation,
right?
And so the first thing I said was, "Oh, cool! I'll make you some tacos that are going to knock your socks off." Actually, I said that'll rock your world. And honestly, the goal is to get them out as quickly as possible because it is like a major health code issue.
I didn't even think about that.
Bed bugs, they could have roaches on. Not to sound like an asshole, but it's like I have a business to run. We get health inspections, and we're dealing with paying guests.
What did you tell me, Potz? What did you tell me happens just outside the brick wall from the inside of your building? What happens on the other side in the alley?
There's dumpsters on the outside of our wall. We have people that literally will move in there. We have people that defecate in there. And that's an issue with the city where, we have like really petitioned for our landlord to build a cage around there and they tried, but the city requires a permit, which costs money. And it's ridiculous. I'm like, so the city is going to charge the landlord money to do something that should actually be required.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's gross. I've seen it. Not to talk. Your restaurant, pristine. You walk inside, it's like you're in Paris. You walk outside, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're absolutely right, and it's like really kind of shocking that it's even legal.
People are dumpster diving. They're just grabbing food out of the dumpsters. So at least hey, get the balls on this guy to just walk in and say, "I'm hungry." Is that offensive? Jesus.
I think when you're that desperate, that's why I'm like, I don't even blink. And I'm like, yeah, I'll absolutely feed you. I'll give you some tacos. What it's really costing me. So I did it. And so I serve the guest, she leaves and I'm making the guy his tacos and he sits down at a table and I'm not even paying attention. I saw this on the video cameras after. And so whatever, I give him his tacos, he leaves, and I'm like looking around for my phone, and it takes me like 20 minutes to realize like my phone's gone. Yeah. And Scoots, my business partner, was there, and I was like, "Can you call my phone?" And I was looking in my car, I was looking in the trash, and then Scoots is like, "Wasn't there like that homeless guy that was sitting here?" And it all just hit me, and I was like, "No way!" And I was like, it didn't even. It would have never dawned on me. Yeah. That's how like much faith I guess I still have in humanity. To be honest, I forgot I even made the damn tacos. Like, because it's just such a daily part of my day that I was like, all right, whatever. And so we pulled the cameras, and you see him sitting there, and you see him looking, and my phone is just sitting on the table next to a piece of the keto-friendly chocolate I was eating. And I had gotten up to help this one guest, He moves tables, literally puts the phone in his pocket, eats the chocolate, and then sits at the table, waits for me to finish. I hand him the bag. He takes it, walks out. So now I'm like fucking livid. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, hold on, before that's why you can't do any good in this world.
Before you go further, this is a trusting Matty Potz that got scammed out of whatever the hell. What was that scam they got you for? $1,000, and then went to go and have it happen to him again, and because he's so trusting, almost had it happen to him a second time until that same business partner said, "This doesn't sound right."
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, and I mean, as cynical as I am, you'd think I'm the last person to fall for a scam, but I'm also like, you know, I am fairly trusting, I guess, in a way. And so anyway, so I put the Find My iPhone app on Scoots' phone.
Okay.
The guy was like 2 blocks away. So I go running down the street. He's passed out on a mattress next to a building. And I like nudge him and I'm like, where's my phone? He pulls out of his pocket, goes, oh, I was wondering whose this was. I found it and blah, blah, blah. I was like, fuck off, man. Never come back to my store again. And part of me actually felt guilty. I should have been like more understanding. But I was like, no, fuck this motherfucker, dude. I gave this guy free fucking food. 9 out of 10 people would have just said, get the fuck out of my store. And you know what? Like, I'm all like, I get it. That's homeless. Times are tough, but you don't steal something out of someone's store that's giving you fucking food. Fuck you.
I don't think that
I'm so over it. And that's why I'm just so like cynical at the same point. Cause I'm like, you know what? Like, why am I doing every time I do something good? I'm telling you, no good favor goes unpunished. It's true, man. It is so fucking true.
I want you to continue to be the person that you are. I don't want you to get jaded. I don't think that you did anything. You shouldn't feel guilty at all, because I can't even believe the person. I'm not even happy with him walking into your store and just saying I'm hungry as if he deserves the food. Now,
didn't even ask for it. Didn't even ask. Nothing. And so I go on Instagram, and the girl, the customer, had taken a picture of me and the homeless man, and she put, this homeless guy just said I'm hungry. This man said, I'm going to make you tacos that'll rock your world. And then she like hashtag heroes, marinate your life. So I like reposted it. So again, it matters very much what you're doing in front of people. Like, she was and I knew it. Yeah. I could feel the vibe. Like, this lady was fucking blown away by how I handled the situation.
I'm proud of you,
like,
man.
As she was leaving, like, quite like, not to sound like a total pig, but she looked at me like she wanted to like rip my clothes off. Like, she was just she was just so impressed. And like, you know, like people like kind of, she was in like very much in awe of how, because again, I'm telling you, man, this guy was fucking filthy. And like most people would have just been so jarred by his appearance, they would have either started stuttering or they would have been like, oh man, you got, like, your first reaction is going to be get out of my fucking store, because again, quite frankly, that should be your first reaction, because my livelihood is at stake. I mean, people could walk in and they'd see him and turn right the fuck out.
Guys, I when I was out there visiting a couple times, I said to the lady friend, hey, do you think I can stop in here and use the bathroom? I really have to pee. Oh, it's when we went to Disneyland. I was coming on the way home, and I was like, can I just pee in a gas station? And she's like, what do you mean? Of course. And I was like, trust me, everywhere I've stopped so far, every place I've stopped in LA has a sign, or they've been very tooty about it, not unless you're a customer. And so the fact that in that climate, you don't even turn him away for asking for free food. You're not, forget about the bathroom belly. This guy just wants food. Yeah. And he's being that giving. I mean, what do you think about all this?
I mean, I think what Potz did was right. You try and do your best to help people whenever you can. With the same situation, I try my best to, you know, I'll try and give some sodas or waters or something like that that's within my power to give away. The other trick of this is I really can't have anyone of them bothering the guests of the hotel.
No, you can't. That's a good,
and
very good point.
There are times where I mean, there are always like, I know the good ones from the bad ones too. Like, you can really tell the ones that, you know, are really just in it, are in a struggle where they just need a little help.
And then the other ones that are in Baltimore.
The other ones that are only asking me for cash.
Buddy.
And when I offer anything else, they deny.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
And you can tell. You're right. You're absolutely right. Like, you can tell. Remember when I was talking about Baltimore? Guys, I went back there for another gig last weekend. There were 2 guys working the corner, and all they were doing, 2 very able-bodied white men, no older than 40. And they're just standing there, opposite ends of the intersection at every red light. I watched it happen because I went through 2 cycles of the red light, and they just go like this. You got that end? All right, I got this end. And then they would go and walk the street. And they're just doing it as a job, dude. Like, get the... I get real passionate about homeless.
I'm always okay with giving food. I'm always okay with giving some kind.
But not at work. You can't do that at work.
I can't. It depends on what I can give away at work, but it's not a. In the hotel lobby area, I'm more accepting when it's in the restaurant and they come in and they sit down and they ask for water. If I'm not busy, there's no one there, I'll let them sit for a little bit and have some water. They'll always ask me if they ask me for free alcoholic beverages, which I would never give them.
Do they actually ask for that?
Oh yeah. They'll ask me, "Can I just have a beer, man, or can I just get a drink for free?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry.
Can I just have $20?
You can."
That's what I'd come back with. Can I have $20 for free?
All I say is, listen, man, they don't give me the power to give away stuff for free.
Paying customers don't get free drinks.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, God damn it, dude. Is it entitled?
Well, again, that's when it's like you kind of turn sour. It's like they're just asking for free alcohol. Like, it's hard to feel bad for someone.
The last thing I'm going to do is help a vice.
But here's the problem, man. Here's the problem.
Like, dude, I'd love to have
if he asked me for a
free beer right now.
If he asked me for a side of fries instead of that beer, I may have got him that side of fries.
Let me throw this at you though. I know a lot of our listeners like some of the vices that we also appreciate. And I remember back in college or back in my younger days or whatever, not younger than college, but back in my early 20s or whatever, when I was running low on the Christmas tree farm and then made some calls because it was, I wanted to find some more of it and I wasn't able to, couldn't find it. That's a shitty feeling. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, your boy calls you up and is like, "Hey man, want to come over? I'm good." And you're like, "Oh yeah, all right, it's Christmas. Fuck yeah." That feeling right there. I remember that. Yes, I remember that feeling. So I was in Baltimore and it was a older guy on the corner, and I had a $5 bill in my pocket, and I was the first one in the stoplight. I made eye contact with him, which is the universal sign which means yes, come over to my car. And I just handed him the $5. I said, "Here you go, man. Hope it helps." And the look on his face was the exact same elation as finding a bag of Christmas trees after it's been dry for a week. Like that dude's mood for $5 just went through the roof. And I don't know if it means because he can now go get an airplane bottle of tequila or he can have a meal. I don't know. But that $5 meant something to that dude. I will tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'd go broke if I was giving money out to every homeless person I saw at a stoplight. But
so imagine what would happen then if you won the lottery, dude. I mean, imagine winning 1.5 billion was the power Mega Millions. What is it? Mega Millions. We wanted to talk a little bit about lottery madness and what the fuck has been going on around here, because Belly and I you want to just take it away, dude. It has been unreal. If you go to the gas station, you cannot get out within 10 minutes because there's a line of people just
trying to get their lotto tickets.
So weird. It's same here, and I don't get it. I've talked to
you get it,
and they're like, "Did you get a ticket? Did you get a ticket?" And I'm like, dude, I've got an idea. Go get a job and work for your fucking money. I don't know. I don't really subscribe to that bullshit. And then you see all these curses of lottery. The problem is you give people that don't know how to fucking manage money, and it turns into a complete shit show. And they have stories on it. Like, people come out of the woodwork. People, they get drug problems. It's just like, dude.
30 years ago, you told someone if you won the lottery, you'd split it with them, and they bring it up 30 years later in a verbal agreement that you may or you probably don't remember at all.
I actually did that to the lady at the gas station. I was like, "You and me, let's go."
Don't win, because she's coming.
Dude, there's a guy that because it's like a local community over where the Marinade is in East Hollywood, and there's this old Russian guy, and I mean, he is a straight up scratchy addict. I mean, the guy all he is doing is buying scratchy tickets all day long. And if you ask him, I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, I won $100." Like, I'm like, actually, that's not what I was asking how your day was, but and it's just like, that's cool if you're retired and you just have nothing else to do. You buy a few scratch tickets. That's fine. But it's just like,
I think I get it, Potts. Here's the deal. It's an escape.
Right.
Silicon Valley, right? We talked about that and how we love that show. Jared is my favorite character of all time on that show. I think he's phenomenal. And he talks about the process of just taking an Airbnb vacation, or I'm sorry, a Zillow vacation. He looks up houses on Zillow, not because he wants to buy them, but just to see what's around and what's affordable. And then that gets him in the mindset of, what if I were to buy a house? Oh, wow. And look at this. This house is under market by 20 grand. Now let's hop over to Amazon and see what we could have bought with that savings. It's really funny to see him do that. But he makes a point that it's stuck with me, that it's really healthy, I think, if you're in a job where it's like you do the same thing every day, like it's monotonous, like where you're in kind of a routine job, like a 9-to-5, a desk job sort of thing. You need escapes. You need your weekend. You need football. You need the lottery. You need something that is a possibility of getting you out of it. And I think that's why this fever takes place, because I think people would rather say, well, I at least have a chance of winning $1.56 billion, where Potz, who is against it, has zero chance. And just that 1 out of a billion, Belly, that's enough to be an escape from that person's life, and that's why they do it.
Well, yeah, but the other reason they do it is the escapism part of it is because they think about all the bills they have, they think about all the costs and expenses they have, and they think, you know what would really solve that? $1.6 billion. But luckily, they only let you buy lottery tickets with cash. Which
I did not know. Did you know that? You can't do it with a debit or credit card because they don't want you going into debt over the lottery. That's genius.
Of course it's genius. Why?
Sounds like a pretty sad existence if you ask me, but whatever.
Poor Potz.
Potz, not everybody has it as good as us, man.
I mean, I don't have it good. I'm stressed out. I'm broke half the time when we're like starting a business, but like, I just...
$1.6 billion, you can open like 5 marinades and work at all of them at the same time.
So what we'll do is we will play that game together. We will have an escape with you. We're going to play How Would You Spend $100 Million? I bet you couldn't even do it. We'll do it all next, right here on Luch Dog in the Morning.
Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of tastes and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Wester. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. MarinateYourLife.com.
It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Welcome back, folks. This is another one for Potz. Belly did a good job picking these songs. I'm feeling it, dude. How long did this take a while?
You were literally in the other room. I came in here. I downloaded 11 songs in like 15 minutes.
Belly, that's where it's radio, where I'm playing, and you're supposed to say, yeah, it took me forever. I was buried.
No, I want people to know that I don't struggle finding music. I just click songs, I listen to 3 seconds of it, and if I like it, I'll keep listening, and if I don't, on to the next one, and on to the next one, and on to the next one, and on to the next one.
It's hard, dude. It's hard sifting through all those. I know, like, Chris Richardson's like, dude, help me find some good music. Like, 90% of those YouTube songs suck.
Yeah.
They're bad.
That's why I listen to 3 seconds, and then it's on to the next
one. And I'm out. See ya. What's up with news lately? We got Matty Potz in the Santa Monica newsroom. We've got Belly Matt LaBelle running it over here as always. And I would like to ask you beautiful people, how do you consume your news? We'll do lottery in a second. I wanted to get this out of the way because let me just say, I am over it when it comes to reading articles online. These listicles. Have you heard of this?
Have we heard of it? It's been the trend for like the last 10 years.
Do you know what that is? That? Am I just now hearing the name? Not clickbait.
Well, no, it's 10 funniest reasons.
That.
Right.
But it's not even that. It's a news article that if I have to click next 10 times to get to the end of the story,
someone's downloading your personal information on your computer.
I get so mad. Like, seriously, fuck it. Like, I get so mad at that. I'm not going to read. Clicks, for some reason, are like a chore to somebody. And if you make me click 10 times to get to the end of the stupid article, I'm not listening. I'm not watching. I'm not reading. Is that me?
No, it's everyone. So everyone should skip this fucking line.
Well, then why do they do it if nobody likes it?
Because they use it for clicks.
Companies get paid on clicks every time. It's engagement.
So if they're going to give you 10 reasons, they're going to make you click 10 times.
Is to make people click. Period. Yeah. Always. Like, click subscribe, click next, click whatever. Someone's getting paid every time you do it.
Yep.
It's not us. Let's make that us.
Not me.
Hey, if you want to listen to the next segment, click 17 times through this list of useless facts.
You know what? We're actually kind of guilty of that. Can you think of where we do that?
Yeah, but we'll give them the whole list.
Huh?
Can we think of where we do that?
Where do we do that? Where we actually are doing that to people? I just realized that. Our podcast with cutting it into 3 segments because we want, instead of one, our podcast, we chop it up into 3 segments. Yes, because it's nice to have them. You can listen to each one at a time, but it's a lot more helpful for us to get 3 downloads from one person instead of one full episode. It's helpful for the numbers. And so I guess in that sense, I get it. But man, I just those news for me feels like it should be just like I just want an article. And even if it is just an article, there's so many ads around it that pop up in the middle of the article. I don't want to look at the news. I never want to look at the news anymore. It's aggravating to me. So instead, I'd rather talk about where the hell I would spend $100 million. Now let's make some stipulations here, because Belly made a good point. I said I don't think you could spend $100 million. Now $1 billion is $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who just won this
has about $900 million.
$900 million. So we're only asking you to spend one of them, $100 million. I don't think you could do it under the stipulations that you got to do it in a week, and you can't buy a week, and you can't buy.
I thought it was a year.
No, I'm giving you a week, and you can't buy a sports team. Other than that,
I was gonna say I wouldn't even try to spend that much, but the only thing I would buy that I'd be interested in that is that expensive would actually be a sports team. I mean, that would be kind of fun to own a sports team, but otherwise, I'm not trying to spend $100 million. I'd probably get a somewhat decent car. I'd get a beach house.
Okay,
so
time out. No. So we did this on. No. We got to play the game. So this is how you do it. I'm gonna tally up and show you how hard it would be to actually spend that.
Right. Like
Belly had a good point. I don't know how much you want to do on air, but what are the, let's just do the first couple things you would do after the day you realize you just won $900 million and I'm giving you $100 million to spend.
I'd take care of some debts.
Obviously, that's obvious. But
are we getting $100 million after taxes?
Yeah. You're getting $900 million after taxes. That's what's going in your bank account. And I'm telling you, you want to spend $100 million on your friends. That's what or just on frivolous
people and everything. I'd rent out a sweet spot and invite as many people as I could and pay for everything.
That was a good one. He said he'd rent an island and then cool. All expenses paid, get everybody out there and party. But that's only like $2 million. That's gonna be like $2 million. You still have $98 million to spend.
I'll spend more than that because I'm gonna get the nicest cabana houses and the nicest booze and the nicest.
Okay, so let's say you spend $3 million. Now you've got $97 million in 6 days. Yeah. What else are you gonna buy?
I'm gonna burn it.
Well, no, don't just poo-poo the game. Otherwise, it's shitty radio. What else would you buy? You guys got to feed me here. Otherwise, it's just me talking.
You're poo-pooing me only spending $3 million on renting a whole island.
I love that. I'm saying then what?
I think it's going to cost me more than just $3 million to rent a whole island and then get everyone there.
I'd buy Thailand and you'd never see me again.
Can we flip this? Asians. I love it. Can we flip this? Can you guys ask me what I would buy and we'll see if we can do it this way?
What would you buy with your $100 million in 1 week of spending?
Well, all right. I'm going to buy a house for my parents. Okay. So $30. $30.
It's a drop in the fucking bucket.
Yeah, really.
In a fucking $100 million. I need $300,000. That's a drop in the bucket of $100 million. Okay. You're telling me I'm not spending fast enough?
No. Yeah, really.
It's gonna take a week to close on that fucking house.
That's a 30-day escrow, buddy.
Yes. You want to spend it in a week? You're giving me shit about
you guys, no, stop.
Island.
Everyone stop. This is not the game. You're playing a different game than me. I'm trying to show how hard it is. You guys are trying to go big ticket items and just knock it all out in a week.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about actually what you would do.
You challenge me, I'm gonna do it.
Well, okay. That's fine. Then you run the segment then, because I don't know how to do it if you guys are just playing defense against me. Okay.
Roll. What are you gonna spend it on?
Well, I'm just trying to say, like, you guys are going off the rails, but I'm saying, like, actually put yourself in the mindset of winning the lottery last night, and you get $100 million just of play money, and then $800 million that goes away towards your finance. Because you were right, Belly's right. You got to talk to financial advisors. Some states actually make you tell you, like, you have to publicize your name.
States will eventually. Most states that do the lottery, you do have to. Your name does eventually get released to the public because they need to know that there's actually a winner. So there's no like shadow that wins the lottery and no one knows where that money goes. They release that
I didn't
name.
think about that. That's smart.
They release that name so that people know, like, actual people are winning the lottery. The problem is that person now is under the public eye, and now everyone knows
that was a thing. Someone won the lottery a while back and said, "No, I want to be anonymous," and they forced her to go out in public, and she's like, "I don't want my name out in public," but that's part of because the lottery is a marketing. So
on the back of your ticket,
there has to be a winner. They have to have you holding up the big check. So yeah, and I mean, that honestly, that's what would scare me about the whole thing is like being now out in public eye as a rich person. Dude, you're opening yourself up to so many lawsuits and litigation and like family members that you didn't know exist. And I'm your child now. It's like, what? And the problem is like how we live today is like, it would be quite frankly a very scary situation in my mind. I would not want to be thrown out on the fucking evening news holding $100 million check. It's like, put a target on my back, please. Yeah. Honestly, like,
but couldn't you then?
Nothing appealing.
Yeah, but you could buy the best security. You could go buy yourself an island and then just sit there.
They have like documentaries about people that have won the lottery and they end up dead or they end up broke within a year because they don't know how to fucking manage money or like someone in their family gets abducted and held for ransom. I mean, dude,
exactly.
It's a crazy fucking world we live in, and there's nothing appealing about being out in the public. Like, I've always said, like, I don't want to be famous, but I want to be fucking rich. Like, I want to be able to go into the most expensive restaurant and eat, but not be recognized and not be looked at and not have paparazzi. Like, people, and more power to you if you want to be famous, but that can turn on you very quickly. And there are stalkers and now it's social media. Everything you do. Why are people posting, "Hey, I'm at this restaurant eating lunch"?
Dude, I don't know.
Realize how fucking dangerous that is. Even if it's like not you're famous, but you're just some hot chick. And it's like, okay, now your 1 million followers or even 10,000 followers know exactly where you are. Are you
exactly?
Fucking
I was terrified to go to Float Life Fest just because of some of the hate mail that we've gotten, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm in a tent in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's big in two reasons. One, everyone knows where you are, and two, everyone knows you're not home.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's just
point.
like at the valet.
Side, sure.
Like, you don't think the valet can just hit home on your nav system knowing that you're in the dinner and just go right to your house?
Same with your posting. Like, this happens all the time with people who post about them being on vacation. Like, oh, I'm in so-and-so places. I'm posting all these pictures going, post your pictures after you get back from your vacation.
Don't post
them while you're there.
Uncle Joe is big on that, Potz. Sorry, your uncle, my dad, is big on that. You do not post until you get back from vacation. It's the dumbest thing you could do.
It's so smart. And like, all I use Instagram for now is, sometimes I do my funny videos and obviously for business, for Marinate, for like food porn. But I don't post shit on Facebook anymore. And I don't even go on it really because it's like it's so out of control what people think we give a fuck about. Like, I do not care that what your plate of food looks like. I mean, even though that's what I'm posting, because that is what people respond to.
You make it though. You're making the food. You're not just buying it and like just respecting it.
Out of control. Right. And it's like they've done a study. I think I've even told this story. This restaurant their profits were down, their sales were down. And they're like, what is going on? So they started like pulling video cameras and realized that they were doing less table turns a day. A table turn is how many times someone is sitting at the same table and how often you're flipping tables. And they found that it was taking tables like 3 times longer to eat because people were taking pictures of food and people were on their phones. So the server would come and be like, are you ready to place their order? And they're like, no, not yet, because they're on their phone texting. Then the server takes their order and drops their food, and it takes them longer to eat because they're taking pictures of their food. And this is like real issue. Restaurants are literally losing money because it is taking people so long to fucking eat because of social media, because of taking calls, because of answering text messages. Yeah,
your table turns.
It's crazy.
A quick table turn, especially a lunch table turn, should take less an hour.
At
1 hour
at most.
That's it,
for sure.
Unless it's a group of over like 6 to 8 to 10, however much food is going out. Larger groups take a longer time because everyone's talking, and it's one of those things where if your tables aren't turning, you're not making money.
But here's why. You just nailed it. Dude, you just hit it on the head. The reason that a 3-person table or even a 2-person table is taking just as long as an 8-person table is, you're right. They're surrounded by not just those 2 or 3 people. They have their phone. They're talking to whoever the fuck they want, and they're comfortable. They don't have to leave the restaurant to go get to their friends. They're all right there. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of that. That's insane.
Well, I mean, people should really be careful because, like, it's just crazy how much bullshit people are posting. And it's like, no offense, but do you think you're that important to where anyone gives a
yes,
fuck
I
that
am.
you're walking your dog on a fucking Sunday morning? Like, no one cares.
Well, I had that talk with Belly, and it was when we were talking yesterday, and I told, he's like, I just don't feel like you're you lately. Like, what's up? And I said, dude, I don't feel funny. I don't feel important. I don't feel like what I have to say has any merit lately. And usually when we turn on these microphones, the reason we do this show is I feel like I'm entertaining. I feel like we have good chemistry, and I feel like we have something to offer the people. But lately, I've been feeling more like Potz. Like, is my life really that important? Does anybody even really give a shit about these stories? And so I guess
that's important to me. That's all that matters.
It's fun to me. But this is what I'd like to pose to you. We talked about this on the show. To cure FOMO, an article asked us, as the listeners or the readers, to set aside a time of day strictly for social media and then try to not check it outside of that if it doesn't affect your work. Do you think you could do that? That's the only thing I'm asking. A social media lunch, is that something that you think you could stick to for a week?
No, I want to talk more about FOMO.
Well, that's fine, but just give that sentence, let that sentence sit for a second. Is that something that you think that you could do? We can go into FOMO. That's fine. But that almost feels like I'd get withdrawals.
Yeah, but again, I mean, I'm coming from a slightly different angle
Me
where
too.
I'm using Instagram for business, so I check it, but I check it more than I need to, for sure. But it's when you're sitting around and you're like, it's really slow between 2 and 5 p.m. Yeah, I'll just sit on Instagram or whatever. But I'm always posting pictures, and now I'm like, I have this camera to where I'm like taking pictures and editing them.
But that's for work. That's for work.
It is different.
That's for work. I'm talking about personal.
But again, I'm not on Facebook. I used to waste a lot of time on Facebook, and I'm not even on it anymore.
I do.
So I think I think limiting yourself to certain social media is good too. To where I took myself off Snapchat. I don't check Facebook, and if you take the apps off of your phone, instantly you're going to cut down on your social media.
Yeah, coming from the guy who kills his Bumble and his Tinder, and then 3 weeks later was back on, and then 3 weeks later was back on.
Well, that was because I was trying to get laid. It had nothing to do with social media. I mean,
yeehaw! Belly, what's up with FOMO? What's the deal?
I don't believe in it. I think if you can't get satisfaction out of your own life, then that's your own problem. Because you can just be happy for people doing things. Don't feel like you're missing out.
I'm not happy. Fuck that. I don't want to be happy for people doing things. Fuck you.
I mean, like if your friends, if your parents go on vacation, Potz, and put up a bunch of pictures, you're gonna be happy for them. You're not gonna be sad that you're missing out on
a buddy of mine posted a picture of like a Ferrari or something and put decisions. I immediately stopped following that.
That's a douchebag comment. That's a douchebag post.
Yeah.
That's a douchebag post.
Let me tell you, he made the decision. He didn't get it.
Yeah, his decision was, do I try to brag in front of all my friends on social media? Right. And the answer is yes. That's what he did. Right. That's fine.
And that's when, and I'm like, dude, quite frankly, because there's probably someone watching that probably feels bad about themselves now, but it's also like, dude, get a fucking life. Like, again, that's like, oh, I won the lottery. Like, if you're buying a Lambo, great, congratulations. People are going to see you driving it, but why the fuck would you put it out there? Like, fuck off.
Here's the difference. The post that guy should have done, he should have either bought it or not, and then posted about whether he bought it or not sitting there saying, look what I might buy. Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. But Belly's right. If you can't find happiness in what you're doing, That's the first problem. So if you feel yourself having a bunch of FOMO and looking at other people's lives and why their lives are so much better on social media, remember, it's a highlight reel. It's not everything happening in their life. It's only the good parts. Yep, and second of all, you have a lot of stuff going on that you're probably ignoring by just worrying about what everybody else is doing.
Exactly.
I mean, you're worrying about the wrong things. If you can't control it, what are you spending effort and energy on? And I totally agree. Oprah had a good point that she only surrounds herself with people with good energy. You say what you want about Oprah. That woman manifests the shit out of whatever she wants in life. I mean, she is my queen. I mean, she is everything. She does everything she touches turns to gold. And I'll tell you, man, you listen
to me, Oprah.
Listen to it. Listen to some of the stuff. Look up what she says. Look up how Oprah lives her life. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. I'll tell you that much. Social Media Lounge. What would you buy before we get out of here? What would you buy? What's the first thing that you would buy if you won that lottery ticket? I want to know.
Can I tell you
What would you buy?
A couple of unlucky lottery stories?
Sure. Pipe him in while he's doing this.
Jeffrey Damper.
And one thing I would buy, because now that actually I'm thinking, something that I would buy that would be super expensive, I would buy a complete like high-end TTR studio. Where we would have
That's what I'd spend it on. I know.
Because that would be something that would be expensive with the top of the line equipment. It would have a lounge. It would have a kitchen.
It'd have like
a
4
TTR
dudes.
compound. And that would be something that like we could use. Like that would be actually really fucking
We talked about that yesterday.
We did actually talk about that. We'd one wheel back and forth between our different studios and all that.
One wheel.
I didn't say anything about one wheel. Trust me. I didn't say anything about that.
Potts, will you join us on a Voice of One Wheel one time?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just
gonna talk
shit. Horror stories from the lottery.
Jeffrey Damper won $20 million in the Illinois lottery in 1996, treating family, friends, and everything to gifts. Unfortunately for him, his sister-in-law and brother and her boyfriend. I don't know how that works. His sister-in-law and her boyfriend? You mean her brother or
sister-in-law and her brother and boyfriend? Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead.
It wasn't. No,
don't bog it down.
Anyway, they kidnapped him, killed him, and then that was it. They kidnapped him and killed him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I guarantee lottery murders happen way more than you think.
Dude, too much death in today's episode, but I mean, it happens, so you can't run from it. And honestly, by the way, I just wanted to say real quick, my heart goes out to everybody in the social media lounge that was sharing about deaths and things that have taken place. Thank you for allowing me to be a little bit vulnerable in the first segment and then to share your stories. That's really special, and I'm proud to be a part of you guys. Thank you. Moving forward,
most other stories I'm reading here, everyone usually ended up in debt. Family and friends became greedy, caused a lot of emotional pain. Basically, if you win the lottery, your life's gonna suck. So
pretty much.
Don't worry about. Make your own lottery. You already won the lottery by being alive, people.
In a really cool time where, like, there's no waiting for anything, including information. You can find out anything you want ever right now.
You weren't born in the 1800s.
Yeah. You weren't born in a third world country. You weren't born, deformed like me, missing 9 teeth, or like people who have it way worse.
You're missing 9 teeth?
I am. These are all fake.
He's a fakey.
What do you think about that? We gotta go. What's that?
You were born missing 9 teeth?
Yeah, I'm technically deformed. Potts, get us out of here!
Well, that's all I got. Next time I talk to you guys, I could be a dad. Only time will tell. Anyway, have a great day, and you can kindly go fuck yourselves.
Congrats, brother. We have all the respect in the world for you. We're very happy for you. Daddy Potts coming at you strong next week, hopefully. Let's see. Belly, we got to go. What do we say to these people?
I'm glad that Potts' baby will be born a Scorpio because Scorpios are the best.
Boo!
Like me. 2 weeks, baby. My birthday coming up.
We got to do a birthday episode. We will do a Halloween episode next week. A lot of stuff happening right here at TTR Studios. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you Friday. For everybody here, it's Belly. It's Potts. It's your boy Luch. This is Luch Dog in the Morning from
TTR Studios.
See you guys. Have a good week.